Welcome back to the World Arena in Colorado Springs, everybody.
And our final award of the evening, Concrete Canoe, first place overall, UT Tyra.
Dear rodeo, I'd be lying if I tried to tell you I don't think about you. After all the miles and the wild nights that we've been through, Lord knows we had a few. Dear rodeo, I'd like to say that I took the reins and rode away.
Did they slaughter y'all with questions?
They brought up good questions that we did not have answers to, but that's why you practice.
Yeah. Keegan, how do you feel about after the presentation?
Good, because me and Esther agreed we're cocky buttholes. And Hannah better watch out because we're coming for that ass.
Man, you heard it here first, folks.
I almost fucked up.
Christopher. What's your middle name, Chris?
Robert.
I'm gonna remember that.
Robert.
Robert. White boy Robert.
That's somehow even better. Does your brother know that that's what you're called in Canoe?
No.
I tried like hell to tell myself it was all.
I mean, honestly, like, I'll describe it really like in three different aspects. One would be we're a family. Like, I showed up to this team 2 weeks into, well, I showed up to this school 2 weeks into the fall semester, and on top of that was terrified to try and build myself a place in this community, and the Concrete Canoe team welcomed me with open arms, and now those are my best friends. Those are my buddies. Like, that's who I call when I'm having a rough night. That's who I go out with. That's who, you know, sleeps over at my house, and I just, like, they're my school family. I'll give the middle one as my kind of funny one, which is they're a little bit of a mess in the best way. It has made my life more entertaining, stressful, don't get me wrong, but it does make me laugh constantly that these people, for some reason, feel like they have to be mothered sometimes, but I'm okay with it. These people are passionate. For the most part, most of them are, I think, really getting something out of this project, whether it be a technical skill or even just working on their interpersonal skills. Like I said, like, we're a family, and just getting to all work together and like find out what each other's skills are and each other's interests. Like, we're not just learning technical skills, we're learning the soft skills of engineering too. And I think that's one of the most important parts of this project.
So this year, the team really stepped up. I was involved a little bit last year, not near as much as this year, but the group of people we had this year just worked their butts off all year long. We would stay 11 o'clock at night at least once a week, especially once we got near the end. So I'd have to say the team did amazing this year.
This team, hardworking, dedicated, and, you know, we knew how to have a good time, you know. And I guess throughout the time, you know, we all match each other's energies, and, you know, we got stuff done.
I saw Concrete Canoe at Patriot Premier my junior year of high school, and I saw that, and I wanted to build a canoe out of concrete, and I said that was cool. But what really brought me to it this year was I just went and talked to my professors about what more I can get involved in, and they told me to just start showing up to the meetings to be a part of ASCE, and I just showed up on pour day and just clicked. The team is driven, for sure. Hilarious and idiots, but they're smart idiots, if that makes any sense. But I would say they're driven by the same goal of winning. My favorite memory so far would have to be going on midnight drives with Sam and Hannah. That was probably the best.
In the school truck, we might add.
In the school truck. yeah. friendships, really. It gets me connected everywhere. I've made a lot more friends. It's really got me out of my shell. As a freshman, it just breaks you out like that. You finally get comfortable with older people. The Fast and Furious saying family. I guess that's the best way I could describe it, is just one big, really messed up but good family. That is because Concrete Canoe won laying down concrete. This is my first time ever laying down concrete, but get that answer out of the way. The connections that I'll have in the future, the people that I'll know, and the opportunities that will come from the future is all because of Concrete Canoe.
1, 2, 3.
Omar, the stepdad. Omar is the stepdad because he is a really nice guy, and he isn't too hard on everyone, and he just makes sure everything's going right and going as it should, as he can. But he's just really nice. You love the guy.
Omar, hardest working ever. This dude doesn't stop. And it's not like he doesn't stop because he just feels like he has to. It's because he wants to. He wants to win. He wants to create something he's proud of. And I think this year, more than any year, we've created something to be proud of. He spends hours up here after nobody's here. He can spend hours up here by himself just knocking out the mold, knocking out new mixes and all that kind of stuff. And he's killed it this year.
Ooh, Omar? Sexy. Knowledgeable. Good leader.
Why do you define Omar like that?
Because Omar's good looking. That's for sure. He's got a good dumping on him too. Every time you have a answer that needs, a question that needs to be answered, Omar is there to provide an answer as to why it is that answer as well and how he knows it. Especially when we were passing a boat, boy was knowledgeable about the concrete. He was like, "No, you scribble like this, scribble like that." I was like, "Oh, thanks for showing me." Hannah's scary. Ooh. Okay, I'm obviously nice. She's a good leader. She has great leadership. Very outspoken about what she wants you to do and why she wants you to do it and when she wants it done. And then number 3, piss and vinegar a little bit. I'd say my favorite time was when we met Panda at walk-ons, and Hannah was there too. And talking about Concrete Canoe, and she was talking to Chandler and Brian. Looked at me and was like, "You gonna show up?" And I was like, "I don't know, maybe," because I told her like 3 times that I was gonna show up, and I never did, just because I thought it was funny. And then that one time I was like, "You know what? If you don't think I'm going to be there," because they all thought I was going to be there, I was like, "Then I'll show up next time," and I showed up the next day. But I thought it was funny.
How would I describe Hannah? Motivated. She really just wants to win this thing. She wants it. She wants it bad. Esther, what's that one nanny from like Mary Poppins? No, not Mary Poppins.
Not Mary Poppins.
The really like stern nanny that makes sure shit gets done, basically.
Yeah.
She reminds me of her.
Okay.
She lays the hammer down.
You can't say Russell.
Damn it. Dang, I lost my answer. Dedicated, because especially on that damn paper. Not grammatically correct. And brilliant.
Describe Esther in 3 words and why.
I would say so much time, because Esther puts so much time into everything she does for Canoe, whether it was the paper, where she'd be up until 4 a.m. every day working on it, whether it's staying late at meetings and then driving an hour home, whether it's coming up here on the one day she doesn't have class and just going in the lab and doing whatever she needs to do. Just so much time.
Hey guys, taking a break from Sam Ginger here to give our new plug out a shout out. Coors Light, baby. Drink Coors and don't be a
So, one hand like right on my waist, this one, and the other on the back of my leg. And so I'm gonna go back, and then I'm gonna kick. Oh God! Okay.
Oh yeah! That's how
Just sitting out here, burning. Life sucks.
Boy, look at Omar looking like a little cutie pie.
What's up, everybody?
I know.
It's a good time.
Really good job.
Come out here. Weather's nice. Get to spend time with Chris.
Company's nice.
Company's nice.
Brian, wait. What's about the girlfriend though? I ain't hearing.
Brian, you have a girlfriend?
You have a girlfriend?
You have a girlfriend?
Hey, what's his name?
Apparently, McGinnis.
Yeah, I was here for that. I was like, oh, 200. I hear how much. He said anyone who stays after 8 and helps gets money or gets dinner.
Like 8 boxes from Little Caesars, and then we use the money they gave us for liquor for the trip.
Where's Wait.
I'm gonna get hammered.
Go see Joe Maddie.
Shitty bang bangs.
Hey, White Boy Chris is a stud, no matter how you slice it.
You like the timeout? We're reopening the timeout. It could be 155 with 2 girls.
Whoa,
She likes it. She likes it.
No titties on the shirt, Emmy.
Now you have to gently set him down into the
Moving up. Hanging all around every turn. She ain't scared.
Not near the chair. That's a safety hazard.
First question I'm going to ask is, describe the team this year. What stands out to you as our faculty advisor about this year's team?
I'd say the aspect of integration and belonging across the two programs and how much joy I saw. We've never really had construction management and civil all kind of come together and say, hey, we're going to go do something big. And the big thing for me was we're going to create an environment where there's, I don't use this word lightly, people are loving on one another. To me, that's what I saw this year. And I could tell. I believe I said pretty early on, you guys are going to do very well. And I thought so because of that spirit that you guys had. You poured into one another. I thought it was amazing.
Talk about the captains this year. Hannah, Esther, and Omar, kind of a ragtag group put together. They're amazing people, but talk about what you've seen them do this year and see how they've led and what change they've had on the team.
I think the way I see it, we had 3 captains, but in some ways we had 2 pre-captains. So we had Val and we had Bradley. Bradley held us together and made sure that we made it to this year. Val provided some initial excitement, and then of course our, the big 3. The big 3, each with strengths and areas that they leaned on the other ones. I look at Esther, and Esther is like, I'm gonna chop this tree down one swing of the axe at a time, never stops. Hannah is high energy, super vision oriented, and Omar didn't kill either one of them. Omar is I am going to work all the day long to make sure it gets done. And if I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. Omar started with, hey, let's do 3 different designs of the whole form. Esther made sure our mix design was right. And Hannah got loved on and brought in. And I think we needed them. I think, the 3 of them together, again, when I looked at that 3, that's when I started walking in the lab and said, oh, by the way, you guys are going to win. And I was not wrong. So there you go. A great group of people.
So our final question, as we all know, you're in the fall, you're going to start your tenure over at LeTourneau University as their dean. To the team, what do you want to leave us with?
I'd say two things. One, a big thank you. We're not that far removed from COVID, where we all kind of went our own way, and I was not sure we were coming back. I really was not sure. And the spirit in this group is big. It's big. It's big. And I certainly a big thank you to the group of you, especially a bunch of juniors across both programs said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna join in both feet, not 1 foot, both feet." Thank you. It changed this place in real ways. So thank you for that. And then in terms of the second point I would make is for the future. And I've said it now in a couple of different venues, but we ask ourselves what the meaning of life is. And when we think about our professional life, we really think about the intellectual pursuits that am I challenged? Can I grow? Can I learn? Do I enjoy what I do? Of course. Please never forget that relationship piece. The second half of professional wholeness, if you will, to me is, do we have good relationships? What happened this year with good relationships? We went and to use the Guardians of the Galaxy phrase, we went and we I believe it was we kicked names and we took ass. And all that was because you guys loved one another. Never forget that. I love it. And my challenge to you is to keep doing that. You're gonna grow, you're gonna scatter. Look where you are, ask yourself, can I pour into this place that way? Beyond just am I intellectually fulfilled, can I pour into that place that way too? I'll leave you with that.
The storm's running through the Midwest like a bandit out on the loose, and all the clouds are black as nightfall, but all I see is you. And rain's pouring through the window panes and the cracks of this roof. Tea's boiling from the spout of the pot, but all I see is you. It's like the nights in Salt Lake City where the snow fell down too soon. The people laughed and howled from their